Hey guys, so welcome back. In this particular video, we'll be trying to solve the problem of the day in Geeks for Geeks of 5th Jan. Okay, count the possible ways to construct buildings. So there is a road passing through a city with n plots on both sides of the road. The plots are arranged in a straight line on either side. You have to basically find out the number of ways we can construct buildings on these plots such that no two buildings are adjacent to each other. Okay, so here are the sample inputs and output. Now I'll just explain this one example and then I'll basically explain the short way in which we can solve this. Okay, here you have n equal to 1. It basically means that you have one plot on either side of the road. Now you can either build a house over there or you can leave it empty as it is. So I'll just explain using my whiteboard as to what I mean. So here you have one plot on either side of the road, right? Now this one plot, you can either build a building over there or you can leave it empty. So you have two possible operations which you can do on this one plot. Similarly, on the other side of the road also, you can do the same two operations, which is you can either build a building or you can leave it empty. So the amount of combinations you have is basically 2 into 2 equal to 4, right? Now that is basically what they gave here, like your output is 4, right? Now for this example, if n is equal to 3, these are the possible ways in which you can build your house. So means you can either build one house, leave two of your plots empty. You can either build two houses and leave one space empty, or you can leave all the spaces empty, and so on. Okay. So I'll basically explain as to how we can solve this. Now, if you think about it, this forms a pattern similar to that of the Fibonacci sequence. So if your n is 1, you only have like two operations which you can do. That is, you can either build a house or you can leave it empty. So I'll put here 2. If n is equal to 2, you have three operations which you can do. Okay, so the operations are basically you can either build a house, leave this area empty, you can leave this area empty and build a house here, or you can leave both areas empty, right? So that's how we got this output. Now similarly, even the coming numbers follow the exact same pattern. So for 3, the amount of possibilities we have will be 5. And for 4, the amount of possibilities we have will be 8. For 5, the amount of possibilities we have will be 13, and so on. If you see, this is basically the Fibonacci sequence. The first two numbers remain constant as it is. From the third n onwards, we can just add the last two numbers and get the output. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Similarly, for n is equal to 4, 3 plus 5 is 8. Similarly, for n equal to 5, 8 plus 5 is 13. Now, these combinations are only on either side of the road. Remember, we have to calculate the final combination of both the sides of the road. So, suppose on each side of the road, we have 8 combinations. Our output will just be 8 into 8, right? If we have 5 combinations on each road, our output will be 5 into 5, right? Now in the question, they also gave us a note saying that if I move up, they said that as the answer can be very large, print it in mod 10 raised to 9 plus 7. So this is a very important factor that you have to take care of. Otherwise, even if you use long int in C++, the answer will still exceed the maximum limit. All right. So yeah, that's basically it. Now let's see how we can code the solution out. Okay, so now let's see how we can code this. So as I said, the first two numbers remain constant. So I'll just do long int n1 equal to 2 and long int n2 is equal to 3. All right. Now we also need a mod, which will be long int mod equal to 1 e raised to 9 plus 7. Right, which is what they asked us to do. So we do that like this. Now we also have a variable called answer. So long int answer. Okay. Now if n is equal to 1, we need the first two cases. N is equal to 1, return 4. Why is that? Because 2 into 2 will give you 4, right? Similarly, else if n equal to 2, return 9. All right. Now, otherwise, if it's the third case or above, you have to first run a for loop, right? So I'll just do long int I equal to 3 up till I less than equal to n. All right, then I plus plus. Now inside this, we'll basically do the exact same thing we do to find the Fibonacci sequence. So we'll just do answer equal to n1 plus n2. Okay. Now here, it's important to note one thing. Here, as I said, since the answer can be very large, this n1 plus n2 as well, we should do mod. All right. Or else what will happen is it will exceed even the limit of long int and you won't get the right answer. Instead, you'll get some garbage value. All right. Now after this, n1 equal to n2, then n2 is equal to answer, just like the Fibonacci sequence. Now at the end, you can just return answer into answer mod. Otherwise, it will exceed the value, right? Now we can compile and see if we get the answer. We got the answer. Let's submit and see. Okay, so it got accepted. So that is basically how you solve this problem. If you have any doubts, do leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And that's it for this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.